it's Charles Fockaert on March 1st, 2018. I welcome all of you. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for viewing, and thank you for supporting this channel. I want to get right to it. This is probably one of the most important videos I've made in the entire time I've been making the videos, and I want to go give you an outline of what we're going to talk about. One, the Purge is on YouTube. And number two is they're trying to take away our guns. I'm going to back that up with some support from Cain, about Cain and Abel. And then private YouTube channel, BitChute, and Twitter. So let's get on to the Purge is on with YouTube. As you know, I got 1 strike already, 2 strikes, and I'll have to take off for 2-week vacation from YouTube. And they had no cause, in my opinion, no cause to give me that strike. I didn't intimidate. I didn't maliciously attack anybody. They just didn't like my opinion. And that was the video about false flag ops and hoaxes. This is the heart of the matter, folks. This is what they're using for number 3, the takeaway, our right to defend ourselves. And we'll get to the number 3 here in a minute. And did you notice that of all the videos I've done, the one they gave me a strike for is the one I talk about false flag ops and hoaxes, and they removed it from the channel. It's still over at BitChute. I will find the link to the video at BitChute, and I will put it below this video so that you can go see it. Boy, I really praying for BitChute that they would speed up, they would increase their improvements on their site so we can just say goodbye to YouTube and move. But that's what happens when we don't have enough money. We don't have the funds like our enemy has. All right, enough of that. The Purge is on. I understand Richie from Boston had his channel gone. I don't know how many videos he had. A lot of people like Mr. Richie, and hey, he got a lot of people that like to hear what he has to say, but he's gone now. And also I want to show you this short little snippet from this video of what they're doing with the videos, YouTube channel videos that have to do with guns. Let's go have a look at that.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. It's been a lot going on in the last week to 10 days. A lot of it is bad, really bad. We'll start out with what YouTube's doing since the Broward County shooting. They're eliminating gun channels left and right. You got the Hank Strange channel, which was deleted. You got Mac, the military arms channel, and Tim has had to put everything private because you get a couple strikes quick. There's been a whole bunch of trolls that's going around flagging Second Amendment videos. I'm still here. I don't know how long that will happen. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, my Facebook, and all the other stuff.
All righty, you heard them. Their YouTube is doing their purge, and I'm going to have to change how I operate this channel, and I'm going to get to that more in a minute. I'm going to go with private, more private. So I'll get to that in a minute. You know, I try to connect things that are going on in the world with the scripture. I try to show you, the viewer, where the scripture says we have the right to have certain things. And I'm going to show you where, for example, just one place where a brother, a step brother, he murders a half brother, he murders his brother. And let's go have a look at that in the scripture and see if we can't take something out of that we can apply here in the United States right now. Let's go have a look at that, shall we? All right, we're in Genesis chapter 4. We're going to go straight to verse 8. And Cain talked with his brother, Abel, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. And Yahweh said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? And Yahweh said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. To put this in here as an insert, just as an aside, and this is why Scripture is so important, because it helps you to understand what's going on in the world. Our enemy descend from Cain. And that verse in Genesis chapter 4, verse 12, the last phrase, a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And also the very first part of that, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. That depicts, that describes the Esau Edomites to a T. They don't know how to farm. They don't know how to get the yield from the earth. And they are fugitives and a vagabond in the earth. They've always been that way ever since this time, and that's why they will never, ever, ever have their state there in the Middle East. That country, that land that they took over and occupied belongs to another people, and they will never, despite what the Judeo-Christians think, they will never, ever establish their state of Israel. Not going to happen, folks. You know, people, our rights don't come from the government. Our rights are unalienable rights, which means they cannot be taken away. They come to us from Yahweh, our God. And a lot of people don't get that. And they ignore the fact, they leave God out of the picture, and they leave the Bible out of the picture. And I can tell you that I would probably have a lot more viewers, a lot more subscribers if I would leave Yahweh out of it. But hey, people need to come my way, not the other way around, folks. Here we have an example from Scripture where there's a murder that takes place. A half-brother. Cain was not the son of Adam. Cain was not Adam's son. I'm not going to go into that. But see, there's so many people that think that Cain is the son of Adam. He's not. He's of the other seed line. Dual seed line. Go back to chapter 3, verse 15. A lot of people don't get that. A lot of the confusion that we have in the world today about why this is happening, what's happening to us, who wants to take away our guns, folks? The seed line of Cain want to take away our guns. But most people don't know that. Most people, they just see our enemy as people like us. Anyway, I don't want to get too far off of here, but there's so much more that could be done if people had a better understanding of who their enemy is. I want you to notice, I would like you to notice, that Cain murdered Abel and he didn't use a gun. He didn't use a gun, folks. People murder other people with other weapons besides guns. If he would have used a knife, perhaps, or a rock, are we going to ban rocks and knives? It's ridiculous. The whole point that these people, our enemy, What they want to do is they want to take away our right, our God-given right to protect ourselves from them. And this is getting pretty serious, folks. It's getting very serious. They're going to start, like they always do, with a little leaven, a little bit at a time. I already read somewhere this morning that there's this sporting goods online, Dick's Sporting Goods online is going to stop selling weapons to anyone under 21. What I suggest we do with them is I'm going to do this. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to send them an email today, and I'm going to tell them I will never buy anything from your channel ever again. And I bought from them before. I have bought stuff from them. So I'm going to send them an email today. Just to back up what I'm saying, I have never bought, since Amazon.com, they banned my book. I haven't bought a single thing at Amazon.com. Of course, it doesn't matter. They're making a lot of money. They don't give a rat's ass about me not buying from them, but I feel better about myself. At least I'm doing my part. If we all did that, we could put these people out of business. I'm not buying anything from Amazon, and I'm not going to buy anything from Dick's, and I'm going to let Dick's Sporting Goods, I'm going to let them know that fact. Maybe they made a mistake, huh? If we all sent them a letter, an email, easy thing to do, folks. Get the email sent off. Easy way to tell them we're not buying anything from you ever again. Let them go out of business. So what did Yahweh do with Cain? Did he take away his gun? No. He says, you're out of here. You're banished. You're banished. Chapter 9 is when we institute capital punishment. We don't take away the guns from everyone. What we do is we eliminate the murderers. And we've got a former president and his wife that I have read where he's got his, he was involved, allegedly, with over 100 murders. Do we see anybody on the mainstream put the triple parentheses around that, going after the Clintons for all those murders? No. And they all use guns, or almost all of them use guns, right? So, folks, this is getting pretty serious here. Because let's go back to that channel. I want to show you why. Okay, let's go have a look at that, shall we?
But this just came across my desk, and I'm going to read something pretty much word for word because that's how bad it is. I just read this. I haven't had a chance to digest it. I figured it had to come out quick while my channel is still live and get this out there. This is from the Gun Owners of America, and they have just heard that there's a group of senators, both Democrat and Republican, who are, get this, forming the Second Amendment Repeals Acts of 2018. Yeah, you heard that. The Second Amendment Repeals Acts of 2018. Folks, you know, there's been some tragedies through the last 10 years, and every time they go after guns. They don't go after the problem, the root of the evil, which is the mental health, the crazy person. They never hold the crazy person accountable. It's always the inanimate object. It's always the gun that's the bad thing. The Second Amendment is under attack right now like never before. Like never before. Like even in the colonial days. It's bad. And we all need to be on the same page right now because we are all in this for life. So this is what's going on right now. Gun Owners of America is hearing that the following gun control components will be included in a compromise legislation. Number one, a Trojan horse bump stock ban. You're hearing all about this right now. Just about every state right now is firing off legislation for bump stock bans. It's crazy. Like even Rhode Island just put one up in their legislature within the last 48 hours. It's crazy right now.
I'm going to put this in here as an insert. I went and looked up and I typed in my search here and I came across a video on bump stock ban, and I got a picture here of Donald Trump, and look look at the bitch to his left, Feinstein. And what's he talking about? Donald Trump launched into a freewheeling televised strategy session with lawmakers over the issue of guns by declaring that he will unilaterally bar so-called bump stocks and asking Congress to send him one, quote, terrific bill aimed at reducing gun violence. Now, I am one of the very few people on the internet that says that Trump is an Esau Edomite. And I take a lot of heat for that. You people think I'm crazy, etc. I go back in my videos, if for as long as they're on this channel, I've said that Donald Trump is going to be worse than Obama. Why? Because you people you think he's one of us. He's going to it's so easy to fool people. It gets me so upset that these people, our enemy, is laughing at us because it's so easy to fool us. Donald Trump is one of them. You shall know them by their fruits. He's going to sign an executive order, folks. He's a dictator.
The so-called bump stock ban that would allow anything which accelerates the rate of fire for a semi-automatic firearm. And that's a quote. We've already seen how this language would ban polished bolts, match triggers, and high-capacity magazines. Tripods and scopes also allow the shooters to fire accurately at an accelerated rate. And since pistol grips allow a faster and more accurate fire, any semi-automatic which has one could, under an anti-gun administration, also be banned. And also any semi-automatic handgun. And if you don't believe this, ask yourself this question. Do you think, for a minute, that Barack Obama would not have done this had he had the legislation available to him?
You heard him yourself, folks. Would Barack Obama have done that if he had this legislation available to him? What did we just read? Trump is asking Congress, controlled by the Esau Edomites, he's asking them, he's requesting that they send him a, quote, terrific bill. Like I said, he's going to be worse than Obama. You know, folks, from my experience with our enemy, and I'm not going to go into it now, from my experience with the enemy in court and in the legal system, I know what these people would do to us if we couldn't protect ourselves. And that's why I'm a little more adamant than the average person. My entire life, since the time I was about 45 years old, forward, for the last 20 years, these people have affected me in my life. So I can't imagine, or I can't imagine what's going to happen when we can no longer protect ourselves. I don't think a lot of people, there are quite a few people who get it, but there's a lot of people who don't get it yet. Like, for instance, the 90 million Judeo-Christians. They don't get it. They don't know who the enemy is. They embrace the enemy. They love the enemy more than they do Yeshua. This is no time to be inactive. This is no time to let the other fellow do it. This is not the time to say, well, I got other more important things to do. I don't have time. We'll let somebody else take care of it. That's been our problem all along. All these rapture people, when the poo-poo hits the blaze, I won't be here. Jesus is going to come and save me. I'll fly away in the sky. Folks, that ain't going to happen. I don't know And it's going to be too late when these people wake up and are forced to take their heads out of their posteriors. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I have to do, folks. I'm going to start making private YouTube videos. So if you would like to be able to watch my private YouTube videos, then you'll have to indicate to me that you want to be included. And I'm going to put my email address below this part of the video here. Send me an email and I'll include you. You have to be a subscriber on my channel. And when I do a private video, what I'm going to do is I'll do some for public and I'm going to do a lot more for private. I'm not concerned with trying to get a lot of people to follow me. What I try to do is I try to concentrate on the truth as it's based in Scripture. And quite frankly, most people, they don't want to hear that. That's why a lot of these other channels that never go near the Bible have so many subscribers and viewers, because they get told what they want to hear and they don't want to hear, frankly, what I have to say. And the other thing that might be happening is that my channel's being managed. I can't prove that, but it just seems to me that when you have 2,000 subscribers, over 2,000 subscribers, my video should be getting, even if only 1 in 10, I get 200 views just, pretty quick, but I don't. So there's something happening there. Maybe it's me. Maybe people just don't like me. I don't know. But there's something there that tells me I've been doing this now for several years. And I have all the right. I'm not far off. I'm working on the video of 10 fundamental truths that you should have, you should believe, you should think are the truth in order to have a proper footing, a proper foundation upon which to base your life on. See, and a lot of people don't want anything to do with Scripture. You mention Scripture as the foundation of their life, they're gone. They don't want to hear about it. They're pagan. That's the Jew book and all that stuff. So they would rather be pagan. I'm not pagan. I understand the Scripture, and I know the problem and the enemy that we face, and the enemy is beginning to purge, just like they did in the Soviet Union. Next point I want to make is, that point is private YouTube channel. You want to get involved, I have to get an email from you before I will add you to the private channel. Number 2, BitChute. I am so glad that I got involved in BitChute a long time ago. See, Richie from Boston, all those YouTube videos he put on, gone. Well, mine are over at BitChute. Every video, as far as I know, that I've uploaded on YouTube since I joined BitChute is over at BitChute. I'm going to spend a little more time over there. I'm going to get more information. I will do a complete video on BitChute here once I get some more information from Ray Vahey. I'll send him an email, get some more information, and I'll get back to you on that. That'll be on a private video, folks. And then the last one is Twitter. I do have a Twitter account at Charles Fockaert. I'll put that down here too. I would encourage you to go there, click on whatever it is that you follow, so we can stay in touch. I just want to be able to be in touch, and in case I get removed from YouTube. It's coming. I can tell, folks, it's coming. They're going to remove this channel. It's just a matter of time. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you so much for supporting this channel. I don't think I could do it. I use a lot of fuel, other expenses in my time. If I didn't have the support, anyway, I really appreciate your support. thank you. I'm doing my part, and I thank you for doing your part. And may the grace of God, see, this is what turns a lot of people off. May the grace of God, our Father, Yahweh, the God of the Israelites, the non-Jewish Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, the Europeans, the Caucasian race, the Canadians, the Australians, the New Zealanders, the South Africans, the Belgium, the Italians. I had somebody tell me that all Italians are Jews. What a ridiculous idea that is. We got Luca Traini, Italian, one of the few men in Europe that's actually taking care of business, and you're telling me that the Italians are Jews? Ridiculous. Anyway, may the God, our Father Yahweh, may His grace be upon us all. Can't you tell that we most certainly need it? See ya.